When it comes to lighting, Graybar goes beyond parts and products. We help contractors turn plans into smart designs, manage kitting and deliverables, and navigate local codes so you can stay on time and on budget. Smart, scalable, job site ready. That's not just lighting. That's like kicking your project into Graybar mode. Yep, Graybar does that.
It's almost President's Day, and this year I've got a winning strategy for saving big. I'm skipping the phony sales and instead scoring everyday low prices on my favorite pieces from Bob's Discount Furniture. When I shop Bob's, I get more of what I love. More style, more storage, more comfort, more choices, even more years on that precious mattress warranty. All for a fraction of the cost of what you pay at other stores. So this President's Day weekend, stop in or shop online and see how much more you can save when you dare to compare at Bob's. Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats! But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign-up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. Main roads are looking good, but I-235 and I-135 are still a little heavy southbound heading onto K96 eastbound. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey, Wichita traffic. Weather.
Decreasing clouds, very windy and warm today. High 73 with a southwest wind 20 to 30. Some gusts, though, over 40 miles per hour. Becoming clear tonight and 42. Sunny, breezy, and still warm on Wednesday. High 70. It's back over to windy on Thursday and much cooler with temperatures holding in the middle 50s. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
Not everybody is, top end. Not everybody is Mahomes or Brady. You have to have quarterbacks that you can just trust. And that's what Sam Darnold will probably be the rest of his career. Yeah, he won that one, but, the defense carried him. However he parses this out, he's still got a Super Bowl.
The Dan Patrick Show, middays from 11 until 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH. The Wildcats.
3 wide open again, and it's perfect again.
Hit the courts.
To the rim, layup good.
Right here.
Yeah. How about these Cats?
Be here every game as the Wildcats pounce the hardwood all season long. On your home for Kansas State Wildcat basketball.
K-State at home in Manhattan hosting Baylor. The Wildcats and the Bears. Live coverage of K-State men's basketball, 7 o'clock Tuesday night. On 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Wichita's most listened to sports radio.
I scream along at the top of my lungs. It's a way to release my rage. Yeah. Chill, dude.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Oh, okay, take it easy. We're going on the air.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Big Albracht, TJ Cleveland here with you on a Tuesday. We'll put Tang to the side unless you have a comments or commentary you'd like to chime in with us here. Let's talk Tyreek Hill, TJ. Tyreek Hill was released by the Dolphins and is coming off of some injuries, is older, all of these things. But he's always a fit with the Chiefs, isn't he? Right? I think he is. I don't know why he wouldn't be. And now, do you know the answer to this? Is this a situation, too, where it's league minimum, right?
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like the Dolphins are paying his contract, right?
Right. So it's one of those comeback. It can be on league minimum.
That was the biggest, hardest part that we've talked about as he has been unhappy in Miami, I guess, has been like, well, bring him back to the Chiefs. It's like the Chiefs cannot afford to pay that contract that he signed over there. But if the contract's gone, then at the layman's level for us, if the Chiefs can sign him for cheap, then why wouldn't you do it?
I mean, he obviously wants to come there. He made that clear last year.
The thing is he's talked all the game about he wants to come to Kansas City, but like if it's between Kansas City for league minimum or somebody else for not league minimum, how bad do you want to come to Kansas City? Because Kansas City can't pay him hardly as much as he would want to get paid.
Right. He'll be 32 years old. He's coming off of an injury-plagued year, certainly. And the year before that, when he did play in the games, it wasn't as productive. Like there's been a clear drop-off. Who do you trust more in the offense, Tyreek Hill or Xavier Worthy? I mean that is a legitimate question. I think those are the kinds of things that you've got to ask if you're the Chiefs. I think this. If you can get Hill back for the minimum, and it has to be the minimum or something close to it, then it does give you options with Rice and Worthy, and you will learn about Travis Kelce. It gives you as good an option at cost, I think, as you're going to find. They drafted Jalen Royals last year. What is he going to bring to the table eventually? Like, I'm not in the camp of the Chiefs going and drafting a wide receiver. I would tell it to you this way. I would much rather see Tyreek Hill for a year on the league minimum next year and using your draft resources somewhere else than a first or second round wide receiver again.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I would
100%.
say.
I agree with that 100%. I don't think they should draft a wide receiver in the first 2 rounds. I think that, with what they have, if it looks like, what would it be? Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Tyreek Hill?
Well, what's going to happen with Royals?
I'm saying starting 3 next year.
Yeah. If
Those
that
are your
was,
3,
I mean,
it be?
if assuming assuming Hill has enough in the tank to be in the starting 3.
Yeah, is Hill going to play next year? I understand he got hurt. How bad did he get hurt? I guess.
I think that you've got Jalen Royals there. Hollywood Brown's probably not coming back. Juju was a 1-year deal, right? Is that right? Juju was a 1-year deal when he signed. We can check that real quick. Look, I just, it makes sense if he comes back for the minimum is I think the real part of this.
This says the ACL reconstruction typically spans 9 to 12 months. He's getting blood flow. That's a crazy injury if you're talking about blood flow. But it sounds like there's still benchmarks to cross as he moves towards a return to football activity and an eventual return to play.
I don't know that, Brashard Smith's an option in the passing game. Travis Kelce, I think you got to look at it in totality. Like if Kelce retires, then you're probably not comfortable with Tyreek Hill, chiseling him into a role as your third best receiver. That's like, but if Kelce comes back, Hill coming back makes some sense to me. If it's for the minimum, why wouldn't you do it? He wants to try. I mean, it's always worth a shot. What's Tyquan Thornton's contract? Because I'd love to see Tyquan Thornton come back. I thought Tyquan Thornton flashed in the deep game. It was he's a free agent. I would love to see that. That's what I mean, though. Like, if you can get Tyquan Thornton to come back, go get Hill for a minimum. We'll see on Kelce. I'd rather do all of that and run the ball more than go draft another wide receiver early. That to me, like, I'm over that right now. I'm over that. Patrick Mahomes shouldn't need first-round wide receiver. He's better than that, right? Like, go get somebody. Where did Puka Nacua get drafted? Go take your swings on those kinds of players, right? Go take your swings in the middle of drafts where you've been good anyway. You just drafted Jalen Royals pretty dang high. Can you at least see what you got there? What about the tight end from TCU, Casey? What about him? Like, are we just done with it?
Did you just call him Casey?
Oh yeah, not KU's tight end.
Jared Casey.
That's awesome.
I love Jared Casey.
Not Jared Casey. What about Wiley? like we do. That was a high draft pick. Like, are we
Wiley tore his ACL?
I know he did, but like we can't just close the book on these players that you draft high. Like, can we at least see what these guys have in the tank? They haven't had a chance. I would take give me Hill on the minimum.
I agree. The injury thing is interesting because I knew that he was going to be, it would be a scenario where he may not be the same when he comes back, but I wonder what's realistic for him to be able to come back. Will he be able to go week 1? It sounds like there's not an answer to that. It sounds like it's a lot like the Patrick Mahomes situation, honestly. Like, it may be the same kind of timeline.
Yeah. I mean, again, think about the capital on Wiley, on Royals, on Rice, on Worthy. Like, these have all been you got it. Like, they can't all, not that Rice has been a miss, but they can't all be misses. Like, they can't be. So going and let's take another wide receiver in the first round. Like, that's not working. That philosophy is not working. Hasn't been working. Go invest in your defense. Invest in your running games. Like, do those kinds of things, Chiefs. And if Tyreek Hill will come play for nothing, that's worth a shot.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, if he doesn't have the juice, if he doesn't have all of that stuff, he at least has chemistry with Patrick Mahomes. He at least, knows the offense. And let Kareem Hunt probably be a decent example for us of there's some value in that. Kareem Hunt's got no juice, but he still had value to the team.
Mm-hmm.
He saved their butts in a lot of ways. So why not? Why not? And we'll see. Maybe Tyreek Hill left the Chiefs because of money. Let's not forget that either. Tyreek Hill may, in his mind, not have league minimum on the brain at all.
That's what I'm saying. Is that it's kind of, it feels like it's up to Tyreek Hill. Like, the Chiefs, I would be enamored, shocked if the Chiefs don't call him. Because I imagine, Chris Jones is tweeting about it, saying, time to come home, Tyreek Hill. Like, and Chris Jones tweets whatever the hell he wants. But I think that if you could figure out a way to do it, like, the Chiefs are going to try. It's up to Tyreek Hill, as if he's willing to kind of swallow pride and be like, listen, man, I know I'm in my 30s and I just came off of destroying my leg. Like, league minimum is fine for me. Or is he going to be like, hey, Raiders, you think you got $5 million in you or something like that?
And let's not overthink it either. You've got Mahomes coming off an ACL. You've got Hill coming off an ACL. You've got Kelsey, like, trying to piece it together. I don't think none of us are advocating, like, well, let's just run it back. That's not what I mean at all. Like, it's just like, if this player's out there for nothing and he'll come for nothing, take him for nothing. And what's the worst that can happen? You cut him? Like, who cares at that point? Bring him in, see what he's got left. Bring him back slowly. Mahomes has got to come back slowly anyway. Put him on injured reserve for a little bit and see what you can get. Wiley, by the way, on that injury, he's fine now.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, well, yeah, should be fine. Injury wise, should be fine. But they can't keep swinging and missing on players in the first rounds of drafts. Whoever it is, when we mock that out, whoever it is, better be a good player. I don't care what position it is. Like, there is not a position on the field outside of quarterback where Chiefs, as long as it's a good player, where we look back on it and be like, well, that was a stupid pick. It's pick 9. You just have to have a good player. It could be a good right tackle. There are people that think they're taking a tackle. We don't think that, but there are people. If it's a good right tackle, great, good pick. Who cares? Move on with your life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Josh Briscoe said he was team wide receiver. Like, if they drafted a wide receiver there, it's not our first choice, but that's Carnell Tate. Like, you're going to get an all-pro wide receiver probably.
Far, I don't think. Is he?
But, I don't. That's an example. But, like, you know what I mean? If you're taking a wide receiver at pick 9, he's going to be the better wide receiver than you've taken of, better prospect than Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, all the guys that you've taken at the end of the drafts, end of rounds.
CBS's latest mock does have Jeremiah Love. I think the best thing that will happen to the Chiefs in this draft are that teams get desperate. It's a tough year to be picking at 9 when it's not a good quarterback class. You'd love to be picking at 9 in a good quarterback class because teams are going to trade up and move around, and all of those really good players then at that point are just going to fall on down to you. But right now we think there'll be one quarterback taken.
That's so crazy. When's the last time that there was only one quarterback in the top 10?
We could look that up. I don't know. There have been some years.
That feels like that's super rare. Usually people reach and try to think a quarterback is top 10.
Let's see if AI can get us a quick answer to that. Wow. 2022, there were no quarterbacks taken in the top 10. That was the Kenny Pickett year. Kenny Pickett went first. I don't, Mekhi Lemon, I think, is the second best receiver on this list out of USC. Like, please don't do that. Please don't. Oh, Jordan Tyson. I actually do like Jordan Tyson. But don't do it.
Man, don't do it. I watched Jordan. If they pick Jordan Tyson, I've got some highlights in the tank. I watched him cook K-State last year.
I do like Jordan Tyson, but I don't think it's But again, to my point a while ago, if Jordan Tyson, if they draft him there and he's awesome, fine. Like, we're not going to get mad at it. More than anything else, it just has to be a good player that is a key and meaningful player for the next 5 or 6 years. Has to be. They cannot miss with an early round pick again. They're to the point in their franchise where rebuilding is such a big part of this, and these teams that are always good almost never get the kind of opportunity they're getting this year, which is to pick high. Almost never. When was the last time the Ravens had a high pick? How many high picks did the Patriots have during their dynasty? Hell, Tom Brady got hurt early in the year and they still didn't have a high pick because Matt Castle won like 9 games. So just don't screw the pickup. Don't get cute with it. Just take the best player, whoever it is. I don't care, except quarterback. Don't take a quarterback. Other than that, everything's on the table. Tyreek Hill, back to the Chiefs. I would say...
I bet it's
70% chance.
70%. Yeah, I was going to say. It feels like it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. All right, we're coming right back. Don't go away. More Sports Daily Round.
At Gray Bar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Gray Bar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Gray Bar does that.
Get more out of every mile when you share the ride to work. With carpooling, you'll have time to relax, save money, and pick up new friends. Commuter Connections can help you find carpool partners who live and work near you, even if you're commuting just a few days a week. It's a free service. Carpooling. Every dollar saved, every friend made. Register for free carpool partner ride matching at commuterconnections.org or call 800-745-RIDE. That's commuterconnections.org.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
What's up? It's Draymond Green, back for my 14th NBA season and the new season of my podcast, The Draymond Green Show. Unfiltered takes, real hoop talk, and big-time guests. There's no holding back, on the court or on the mic. Follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcast.